dev team. Hello, Jin. You doing all right? Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Also, Ray, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to the Overpowered team. Just trying to get some stuff ready for people to look at. I'm actually trying to compose my anger at this very moment. Hold on, I didn't even check to see if my mic is good. Anything's good. My mic is good. Desktop audio now on. Okay. I'm Devlin. Oh, Devlin Hart? Yo, what's up? Yeah, usually that's a pretty good name though, the dev team. It's pretty good name. Surprised my notification hasn't got off though. How's it showing at all that I went live? But then I'm live. Hey, what's up, Taito? Again, I'm just setting up some stuff. That's why I have my monitor up on the screen right now. Just getting ready to, go balls deep. But hold on, because I'm pulling up a lot of links. Once I already have all my stuff up, then I'm literally just gonna go straight into it. I don't really care who sees, who doesn't see. I'm just literally gonna express how I feel. I have notes on my phone just to make sure I stay on topic as well. I'm just finishing up, trying to get my stuff out here, so that way people can see as I'm talking. Did I pull up this one? I didn't. Oh, I should probably show into it. Yo, what's up, Saberwolf? Yo, what's up, Digaba? Appreciate all you guys coming. Again, I'm not caring about Twitch views right now. I'm literally just gonna get into it once I put out all the necessary information that I was having up. I'm here for the mixtape. I feel there will be a lot of those shared thoughts. I'm ready to be finally someone said it. There's a lot of things I have to say, and honestly, the ending part, I'm gonna end it on a good note because people should understand what my main thought is, and that's again to approve the community. But there's so many things that need to be said right now, and I'm honestly just gonna go on. I'm just trying to tweet it out first. And if you guys can do me a favor, go ahead. Yo, what's up, Ron Blade? If you guys could do me a favor, when I make the tweet, go ahead, retweet. So that way, if people aren't understanding what's going on right now, I want everyone to hear it from me. So, hold on. I'm just trying to... Damn, my mind is so, above here right now that I could barely make a tweet saying that I'm live. What's up, Hybrid? Yo, what's up, Aqua? Alright, I'm almost done making the tweet. And then right after I'm done making the tweet, I'm going to just literally go straight into it. Alright, made the tweet. Let me pull out my notes. Just so you know, guys, I'm expected to start cursing at any moment, cause I'm really above here right now. I'm not even joking. I'm above here. I'm legit above here. Alright, so just to make sure I even don't get distracted, I'm not even gonna read Twitch chat at all unless I'm done with a certain category of what I'm talking about. So right now I kind of have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. I'm going to talk about the biggest one. I'm literally going to talk about the biggest one right off the bat because it's the one that's been bothering me the most. I'm going to talk about it. Then when I'm done with that category, I'll go ahead, look at Twitch chat, and then if there's like any questions right then and there, I'll answer what I feel like, and then I'm just going to move on. All right. So let me just go ahead, minimize this. Oh, and the first thing I want to say is if anyone takes any offense to what I'm about to say, please don't feel that much offended. Again, this is just my opinion. This is also a little bit of anger come in with it. Just don't feel completely that I'm out for blood. I'm simply out here to put everything out in the air that needs to be out in the air because it needs to be said. Is that my shadow? Oh my god, it's fucking adorable. Oh! Alright. Wait, I didn't check to see what it was. Fuck, I didn't look fast enough. Alright, let me just go ahead and minimize Twitch chat. Alright. So, I've really been thinking about a lot of how I'm actually going to start this off. Hold on, let me check that. Fuck, I made it too small. God damn it, I'll fix it later. I don't care. Alright, I've always thought about how I was going to start this off. And again, I do not see Twitch chat right now. I'm not looking at Twitch chat at all. For one thing's for sure, I want to say, we're all fucking stupid. I'll literally start off with saying that. We are fucking stupid. We've led to believe, like for especially since when I joined, I've led to believe that the Pokken community is like legit one of the friendliest communities there could ever be on this planet. Like I always thought, yo, we overrun Smash, we overrun Street Fighter, and how friendly our community is. I've always felt like that we've been above that pinnacle of friendliness. We've accepted everyone. We've always portrayed to our newcomers. We've always helped those who improve. But I've lied to myself, and that's what makes me stupid. And for everyone else, there are people who are separated from what they know and what they don't know about the game. And that leaves a big hole right in between. Because when you're talking about like what the game is, we trash our own game. I mean, we trash our own game so hard that I'm like, yo, like I never really noticed it. The terms that we use in our own game are so childish and so just like, what's the word I'm even looking for? Downplaying. We've been downplaying our own game, and I believe since the beginning. And I'm saying since the beginning, when it makes no sense to me, kind of, when I came in the community a year and a half later. I came in during a year and a half later. And now that I'm listening to most of the terms that we've used in the community, we've been downplaying our own game. Now, if you guys need an example, saying the words RPS. What is RPS? Rock, paper, scissors. Now, I really wondered if anyone really thought about where those words came from. Where they came from was from Mia inside the game explaining to you what the mechanics was. And yet, we're like, oh, yo, like, we are complaining about RPS. But we're actually downplaying our own game when we say RPS. Like, oh, like we're actually separating the word making someone guess and RPS when they're actually just the same thing. And honestly, like, we're making ourselves sound stupid when we say RPS, because we're just following the actual mechanics that are been told to us through a game. We are a fighting game. Now, what I seem to finally realize is that Pokken players, and I think this is most people realize this, Pokken players, not many of us have played another fighting game. And I've always been the one to be like, hey, yo, like, Smash players, they barely play another fighting game and they only know Smash. Well, now that I'm finally, like, in the community long enough, I realize most of us only know Pokken, and we're complaining about, oh, we die in multiple in 3 situations. Oh, burst is such a dumb comeback mechanic. CA is annoying. RPS this. Like, hold on, guys. Like, hold on. Let's talk about this, because I remember and I've always wanted to say this too. I remember a long time ago when Live with Dave, we all know what he did. He grabbed Obscure 7 times in a row. What happened right after that on Twitter and in Twitch chat? Why would someone do that? Is this man stupid? What? But then, if somebody does that in this game, what's the difference between, like, Infiltration from Street Fighter grabbing somebody 7 times in a row, but then that person seems like they're godlike? But then in our game, for some reason, it's like degeneracy. And that's our fault. We've called that degeneracy, but in another fighting game, it seemed as godlike. We're downplaying our own game. And honestly, it's pissed me off so hard. Like, we are just the same as the fighting game as another one. We actually have frame data. We actually have characters. We actually have matchups. We are a fighting game. We are not different from other fighting games. Burst is a comeback mechanic. Yes. Is it deserved? I won't lie to you. Most of the time, it's not deserved. Simply because there are characters who get burst ultra fast. 150cc characters. They could lose three field phases and be that close to burst. Realize, again, that's a mechanic of the game. I can understand if that mechanic is strong, but realize the game is not stupid, or the game is not freaking, like, childish because of it. Another example, Guilty Gear. Some of us probably even haven't played Guilty Gear or seen the mechanics of Guilty Gear. Let me give you guys a good piece of information of a mechanic that's actually kind of whack. In Guilty Gear, there's a moment in Guilty Gear that happens at random. It's called Danger Zone. In Guilty Gear Danger Zone, it happens at random, keep that in mind. Everyone's damage is doubled. And hit stun is also extended. But you know what? Guilty Gear players still deal with their own mechanics. And you know what? They complain about it, but realize that's portraying to their own game. That's their game. Another comeback mechanic. I'm going to go back to Street Fighter. V-Trigger. V-Trigger is a comeback mechanic. And then while we're complaining about, oh, we lose in 3 situations, we lose in 4 situations, they're doing the same thing. I've seen characters go from like, yo, like they had the health lead, they got V-Trigger, they fucking slapped that character in the face and literally won that entire round. V-Trigger. It's a mechanic. Alright. It's a comeback mechanic. Pokken has that. Now, when it comes to our actual like gameplay, I would say that it's actually pretty good. We have intense matches, we have good ass head to heads, and we definitely know for sure that when we like actually like lab out the game, we're finding out some dope ass shit. And we're finding out shit that's like never even happened in the past 2 years. Like I'm looking on a lot of stuff that's on Twitter. I'm like, yo, like how godlike would that be to like have that happen in a match? Yeah, the cards gotta all be in place. But literally, what if it happened? It'd be godlike. But then we go ahead and go backwards and say, oh, like, the game's just RPS. Like, and honestly, like, we need to stop that. Oh, another term that I hate so fucking much. If I see in Discord somebody uses the word Pokken. What the fuck is that? Is that dying in multiple situations? Is the fact that, what, they came back? What is Pokken? Are you fucking serious? Like, oh my god. I honestly hate that word so much. Like, it's so often how, like, I'm looking at other people and I haven't realized for so long of what most of us have been saying with our own game. And it's what's hurting our growth. And other people on the outside are seeing it. People on the outside are seeing us downplay our own game. And that's what's making us go even lower. Let me just say this though too. We are not dead. We are not a dead game. And even though there's some people who have left us, we are not a dead game. And even if they say that, like if people who played the game a good amount of time, they've been to tournaments, they've gotten results, and they've left and left their final note saying that the game is dead, the game's not dead. The game is dead is when you can't find a single soul online. And that's another thing. Hold on, because I don't want to get too far off topic. Again, I'm already pissed enough as it is. I'm just trying to make sure I stay on topic and say what I need to say and then move on. Hold on, guys. Let me just... Can I actually plug this up? Gotta charge my phone. Keep my phone alive just to make sure that I don't lose battery. Hold on, guys. Oh, okay. So, another thing I wanted to talk about. If you guys haven't seen it, hold on. Let me go ahead and try to pull it up on the screen for you guys. This is mainly talking about like new things that are popping up. Like, for example, a while back before I left for Worlds, there was Bad Intense video. Good thing that has a cap on it. Hold on, let me try to pull it up for you guys. Alright, here, let me put it over here. Oh, fuck. What the hell? Alright, now, I'm actually curious about this. Hold on, let's look at this right quick.
You know, it's only natural. People who fear and have a special hatred for rappers and have probably never...
Alright, I would just back out. I would just back out. Alright, never mind about that one. So I'm still on topic. This video right here. If you've never seen this video, I'm going to just give a quick rundown. Bad Intent is explaining about how like some of us are losing interest, how like, hold on, I'm trying to remember. Some of us are losing interest. Oh, and the play Pokemon tweet where they didn't involve Pokken in it, but they involved VGC and TCG. Oh, I'm about to say, like, damn, my phone's going off. And they were talking about how he talked about two specific people. That's a host? I'm sorry, it was too small and I couldn't see it. But thank you for the host. I really appreciate it. Actually, I could go back. You know what? I'm still not going to look at Twitch chat. I was going to look at Twitch chat. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not looking at Twitch chat right now until I'm done with this specific category. You guys see how long this category goes on for. So again, this specific video, Bad Intent list about me and Shadowcat not streaming in a while. And I had to back up. Because of three simple things. One, hold on. Let me say this though. I am damn good grateful. Of how much Bad Intent has helped us out in this community. I am damn good grateful. I appreciate everything Bad Intent has done. He has put out the most, I'm pretty sure the most content out of all of us on YouTube to either help out new coming players and to help out advanced players who want to even go even further. I appreciate this man. But putting out that video gave misleading information and information that needs to be corrected. Now, going back to what I was saying earlier, he was talking about how me and Shadowcat haven't streamed in a while. I watched this video around, I do believe, either a week after it came out or maybe 2 weeks. What I'm ashamed of from Bad Intent is that he definitely didn't check his info. He did not check how often me and Shadowcat have been streaming. Right now, I understand I haven't been streaming for 2 weeks because I went to 2 majors back to back. But Bad Intent literally could have instantly go to my Twitch, look at my past broadcasts, and be like, oh shit, Jin has been streaming. And I was streaming consistently as fuck. That's especially when that's when I had changed my schedule. I changed my schedule from being at least late in the night to like midday. So that way I'd get views who wanted to watch from like EU and NA. If there's people who are awake enough to come, or people who are like, yo, like I would definitely want to look at some content during this time of day. But putting out that made it look like that I'm not being consistent streaming. But if you looked at my past broadcasts, especially during that time, you would see back to back to back to back to back streams. And that shows that Bad Intent did not check. It shows that Bad Intent just filled in that area of his video. Now again, I have full respect for Bad Intent, because even though if he put out this video, he still streamed Pokken, and I respect it. But he needs to understand where he was wrong at. And another thing where he was wrong at was when he was talking about the play Pokemon tweet, and he said, where are all you guys? Like, you guys will retaliate in a Twitch and not a Twitch. You guys will retaliate in a Twitter comment, but where you guys at during tournaments? Back up. Back up. Let's back up again. Realize people have their own lives. That's one thing. Two, I've realized that there's actually a large amount of people who played this game, and I even have proof for you guys. I had actual stat numbers, but then my laptop crashed and then I lost it. That's also another reason why I'm kind of pissed right now. But the real thing should have been was this. Other than Bad Intent saying, where are all you guys at tournaments? The real thing that he should have said was, where are most of you guys being leaders to help the community? If he said that shit, I would have been way fucking behind it. Because you know what? There was something that Alistair said that has really stuck with me and has been driving me to make more videos. Alistair himself said, we need more leaders. More leaders will lead the future. And I was like, God fucking damn. He's right. And I literally asked myself, am I doing enough to actually help out the community? And with me streaming consistently, I still said to myself, I don't think I am. I think I can do more. I think I can actually influence people to actually play the game, see the cooler side of the game, not just, oh, you gotta be competitive, you gotta be the tournaments, you gotta be the locals. Because right now we do not have that. Our full honesty, guys, our locals are depleting. Yes, our majors, we're getting around like maybe 4 at max, at the very max, 40 to 60 entrances per tournament. And we've revolved our ranking system around that. And you know what? For right now, that's the card that we dealt, and that's how we have to play it for right now. Alright, I'm not gonna check. I could check right. I could just put it right here, but that would involve me looking at Twitch chat. So I'm still not gonna look at Twitch chat right now. So again, us needing more leaders to help out is the real ideal. And now this is where the proof comes in right now. I'm going to show you guys some real shit. Now, this is also pertaining to the fact that people have told us that our game is dead. But you know what? Most of the people on the outside have pretty much looked at us, and to the point we've looked at ourselves that we need Twitch views, we need YouTube views. And you know what? We don't need those views to tell us if our game is dead or not, because we have living fucking proof. Now here's the real proof. I want you guys to look at this. Replay system shows everyone who's been playing online, right? Everyone who's been playing ranked, in-game, out-game, whatever. I want you guys to look at this. For simple thought, I'm gonna put it on ranked. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna put it on E. Now this is where the key information that I was talking about is really serious. For an entire week, this is where my stats came from. For an entire week, I actually checked all of these names. All of these names right here. I checked them all. And what did I do? I wrote them down. Waited another day, and I checked the next day. The next day, all of these names were different. Why? Because people are playing the game online. Let's go to the next rank. Completely different names. except for maybe that one, and this one over here. Completely different names going on. I checked these as well. They changed the very next day. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, Jin, but wait, those are just people playing different other people. No. I checked how many different names I saw every single day. I checked out all the way out and I stopped at B. Because when it comes to A and S, those are mostly just me and the other top players or other people who are rising up as players who are just switching amongst those ranks. Now, these change along with people in friendlies, people in group matches. I want everyone you don't even have to do real math. If you multiply and think how many different people you saw times group matches, time friendly matches, time ranked matches, and those names changing every single day, my results in stats came out to at least over 1,000 people. Slightly over 1,000 people. That may not be much, but you need to forget. What you shouldn't forget, this ranking system is region based to everyone. So that means this ranking system, the one I just showed you, is different from Canada. Is different from South America. It's different everywhere. That means there's people playing this game all across the world. But yet, none of us have actually took the time to actually think about this. None of us have took the time to think about it, to actually stack it up, to actually pay attention to it. And that's our fault. That's literally our fault. And you know what? I feel bad that I didn't think about it. Now, are we getting less entrances at tournaments? Yes. But you know what? It's because we haven't brought out all the people who are comfortable in their homes, who are comfortable playing this at home. And we simply haven't done enough to do it. Now, yes, I understand that back then, way back then, before I even came into the community, our scene used to be a lot bigger. But we were dealt a really heavy blow. And the next things I'm gonna say, I'm showing us a black screen. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh, my bad, guys. Got too hot. Got too hot. Shout outs to the people who direct messaged me. Yo, shout outs to Goken, Icy Soapy, Munster. Yo, shout out to you guys, bro. Goken messaged me on Discord and on Twitter. Alright, so let me show you guys again. So, hold on, let me make sure I could check my... Fuck. Well, it's acting pretty slow right now, but you guys will understand. Alright, so again, going back, I'm gonna go back a bit. This right here, the replay theater. Look. I'm just gonna check ranks, right? I'm just gonna check ranks, like I said earlier. I'm just going to check E ranks, right? Again, like I said, for a whole entire week, I checked all of these names here, all these different names, and I wrote them down. I wrote them down for an entire week. Now, look at the next rank. I like how Alistair's messaging me right now. It's like, hey, yo, you want to play? You want to play later this week, bro? Alright, but anyway. So then look at the next rank. Most of these names are different, except for some of the few, maybe 3 or 4. But for a whole entire week, I checked these names. And all these names were different every single day I came on. And now, again, like I said earlier, you're probably going to tell me, yo, that's just people playing other people at the, like, you know, playing people over and over again. But no, I only wrote down the names that were different. And when it came to that, every time I checked, until I stopped at B, because B's are where it somewhat stops changing, where you're starting to not see the same people anymore. I mean, this is where you start seeing the same people again. And A and S is just full of people who usually are me and other people who are up and coming players. So I want everyone to think about, because this, again, remember, this ranking system is exclusive to my region. Every other region is different. Their ranking system is going to be different. So this is living proof. Again, I wish I had the stat numbers before my laptop crashed, but this is proof. This is legit proof that our game is not dead. This is God living proof. Because if you multiply this times people being on friendly matches, and there are people who play friendly matches. These are all different people who are playing friendly matches. They're playing friendly matches. They're playing ranked. They're playing group matches. If you count all those different ranks, all those different battle types in every single region, then that means there's a lot more people playing this game online and offline. So right now, I want everyone who's ever heard anyone say, yo, your game's dead, Pokken's dead, the game's dead anyway, I want you to kindly thank them for their opinion. Because they obviously do not have the game, or they never decided to look at this, to actually think about this logically. And I bet some of you guys haven't even thought about this in general. You guys probably never thought about, oh shit, well, I never really thought about how many people actually play this game. And there actually is. There is. It's just that none of you guys, including me, have actually decided to take the time to think about do we have people who play the game? Where could we find that out at? Now, let me go back to my phone, because again, don't want to get too much off topic. Okay, so here I have talking about the demographic, because I do feel like our demographic is currently now different. If you guys don't know what demographic is, it's basically the area of population related to whoever. Right now, the people that we are pretty much asking or hoping for people to enter tournaments in, those are most likely people who are able to travel. Those are the people that we're hoping for. And that's most likely going to be people who are over the age of like maybe 16 or maybe over the age of 17. Right now, I believe that our demographic, because again, we are still a Pokemon game. We may be a fighting game, we may be a part of the FGC, but we are still Pokemon. So most likely, most of these guys, they are probably under the age of 18. Probably never thought about traveling to an FGC event. And you know what? Can you blame them? No. Because again, they probably have school. They probably have things that they're doing in their actual lives. We need to actually think about that, other than complaining, oh, why aren't you guys going to tournaments? Why aren't you guys going to locals? Everybody has their own business. Everyone has their own situation. I'm in college right now. I'm currently 22 years old. I have a hard time getting to tournaments, but I bless every single one of you who actually come through my Twitch, support me, and get me out to tournaments. If anything, this is not just going off to like personal view. I do this because you guys support me. And not only that, I live for the day where I'm on top, where I'm number one. I'm not going to stay on that topic, but if some of you guys need to realize what I really love about all you guys is the fact of how much we can actually support each other and supporting me. Alright, so pretty much it's getting pretty close to where I finally finished the first category. Again, that was the most important category. Oh, and also there was also another thing I forgot to mention was I don't remember who it was. I would say their name right now if I could remember. I'm just gonna say the two names that I think it was, because I do believe it was either Mins or Madluck or somebody else who like said that, yo, like Pokken players are still overreacting to the simplest interactions. And I wanted to counter that by the fact that I literally just came from a Mortal Kombat event where literally I just watched the whole crowd go wild because that person got grabbed twice. It's not just Pokken. It's every other fighting game. We are a fighting game. That's just it. We're a fighting game. Alright, so Alright, so that's definitely that's definitely the end of my first category. So now I'll go ahead, I'll open up Twitch chat. I'm sweating right now because of how hot I am. I'll go ahead, open up Twitch chat, go ahead, see who has questions, and then just move on. Damn, 32 of you guys? What the fuck? Oh, hold on, let me take this back to there we go. Alright. Hold on, guys. Wait, what was that? Wait! Yo, Goken just subscribed. Yo, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome to the overpowered team. I mean, no, not even welcome to the overpowered team. Enjoy your Jimbia Sharingatum. Yo, what? Another one? Yo, Kamon just subscribed, man. Yo, crazy. Alright, so hold on again, guys. Like, the chat's actually going pretty fast. So, if you had a question, just go ahead at me and type it again. Bro, what? Crazy. Yo, Steph Mickey, yo, appreciate it, man. Yo, Alistair gifting out subs, yo, appreciate it. So again, guys, if you have any questions right now for me, bruh, yo, hi Brand, yo, how was the tournament? Alistair's gifting subs, yo, yo, thank you, Alistair, I appreciate it. So, the tournament, if you're talking about, Worlds, yo, Alistair, I need you to stop, bro. So, if you're talking about, Worlds tournament, it was amazing. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed staying with the people I stayed with, Sandula, Goken, Lemon, Shadowcat. We had a fucking blast. We were enjoying the fuck out of it. For Mortal Kombat, I feel like I wish I could have gotten on stream for Mortal Kombat. I actually almost made it out of my pool, and I'm kind of mad because on the Smash GG it says I went 1 and 2, but I actually went like 2 and 2. Actually, no, I technically went 3 and 2 because there was another guy, but then like he like DQ'd halfway, and then that didn't count towards me because I played him, but then he quit because he just didn't feel like winning anymore. So I almost made it out of my pool for MK11. And right now, I'm on a pretty good rise of, like, being good. Alright, so I don't want to say on that too much. So I just want to make... Jen, you're a cool dude. Thank you for the rant and stuff, because there are a ton of people aren't talking about stuff. I'm always wanting to speak my opinions on things like this, and I just appreciate so much for the amount of work you're putting into doing a stream like this. Thanks, man. I finally thought it was time. Wait, Pokken Worlds? Like, for Pokken Nationals, I got 17th place. I had to fight Mutator round 2, technically, and I'm just like, well, fuck. Because I've been practicing with Mutator that whole entire month. We're rooming at Worlds. I'm getting my ticket. Some people have already, like, there are people out there who are already, like, you know, helping me out with that, and then there I'm staying with them. crap, it's actually going like super fast and I can barely read anything. How far did you get? I have one question. What just happened? I just got here. I'm basically doing a rant. But it's honestly a rant that's needed because a lot of us has stayed quiet. Do you see where I'm coming from when I say people talk negatively about the game and / use negative terminology? Because they're part of that section of people who don't actually enjoy playing the game as much, but aren't allowed to express it. Now, see, that's the whole thing, though. Like, if you feel like the game is dead and you don't want to play it anymore, don't fucking play it. Straight up, don't fucking play it. And let us grow without you. Let the community grow without you, because we will. One thing's for sure, guys, while I'm still looking at Twitch chat, we have a future. This game definitely has a future. But right now, all of us here, we need to pave that future. I can tell like how much of us really love the game because we usually sacrifice our own will, our own time, our own well-being just to make sure we like some of us are always go to a tournament and yo, bless the people out there who always say, yo, my goal is not to go 0-2 and to enjoy my stay. Like hold on. Is it Sorry Tag? Sorry Tag has that on his whatchamacallit thing on lock every single time. Every single time. His goal is just to not go 0-2. And you know what? He damn near don't go 0-2. And he enjoys himself. Like, god damn. Like, legit. Shout out to Sorry Tag. I can't remember who else who usually has that as their sponsor, but shout out to Sorry Tag. There's nothing wrong with positive vibes, but something that Soul Guitarist brought up stuck with me. What happens when we let positively blunt out the real issues, even within a community? But see, here's the thing that we've been... Are you going to talk about the over positivity? But that's the thing, though. We've let our positivity not realize what's happening in our own community. Because like I said, we've been downplaying ourselves. We've been asking for things that we don't even pretty much deserve. Like, it's just pretty much all there. Like, we've never said it, but I will say it for us. We may have positivity, but our positivity does not equal out to how much we've downplayed ourselves over this entire time. That one guy says, yep, that one guy too. Alright, so, again, I'm going to move on to the next one. Which is okay. So this one Jin wanna play. I'm not playing anyone now, Jason. I'm literally just gonna say what I gotta say. Like I said on my tweet, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and then I'm fucking out. And I'm just gonna literally like sleep away what the fuck, like how angry I am. So again, closing the Twitch chat. I don't see you guys right now. Now, I guess I don't really have to close Twitch chat for this, but I'm just going to talk about it. Making people, the people that view us from the outside. I was talking about it earlier in the other category, but the people that view us from the outside. Now, I wasn't going to add this category, but I realized that I gained so much information from when I went to CEO that I definitely need to talk about it. Now, while I was playing MK11, and then people who were, like, talking with me, and then I tell them, hey, yo, like, this is, like, my first NRS game, like, seriously, competitively. Like, oh, like, what game did you play before? And I'm like, oh, I played Pokken. And then they're like, oh, well, who's hosting me? Yo, me Terry, thanks for the host, really appreciate it. So when they were like, I got so many questions from people like, yo, like, oh, like, how is that game? I'm like, oh, I love it. Like, there's so many things to learn. And I literally will tell people the same thing. It's easy to, and Alistair said it fucking best. Pokken is easy to get into. It's harder to fucking master. That is the God-heaven truth. So true. That's what we need to tell people. That's what people need to hear. Yo, should I get into Pokken? It's easy to get into. It's harder to master. If you want to have fun with the game, if you want to play 3v3s, 3v3s is fun. And what people don't seem to realize, I also wanted to talk about, this is kind of like an in-between category. I'm going to talk about it with like the outside that like sees us. So pretty much when I've talked to most of the people who are like in the MK community, they're like, yo, like, I've heard so many things about the game, but I never got a straightforward answer of what it's like really like. And then I told them that I was hella fucking honest. I'm like, yo, right now we're kind of like in a bad position because we pretty much did it to ourselves. But we will honestly grow we will honestly grow over time. He's like, well, is the game like too childish? Is it like, are combos easy? And I was like, dude, like, you're talking about a combo that has just frames. Yes, it's not like hard just frames as like as Tekken, but we're still a game that has actual execution needed. We have different timings. Has anyone ever tried a Krogunk combo? Has anyone ever tried? Has anyone ever tried an actual optimal Charizard combo? Has anyone ever actually tried a Gengar combo? And what's crazy? Gengar combos are out of the 3. The Gengar combos are harder than the 3. That's like... But anyway, so with most of the people, I realized that with most of the people that I was talking to when I went to CEO, I realized that people see us as a baby game. But you know what? I can understand. Not because how we've downplayed ourselves, but because we do not have the extended period as other fighting games have. And that's what the Pokken community doesn't really understand either. We are a baby game. We are the baby of the FGC. I'm not talking about in a disrespectful way like we complain about shit, even though if we do, we've only had technically, 3 years of this game? Other games have had 6, 7, 8. This is like MK11. Think about that right quick. MK11. And not only that, there's been Injustice games in between that. They've had so much time to grow. Their community is big because of how long they've gone. Were they big in the beginning? I can't know that. But I definitely know that they didn't start off just like, hey, like this game's fucking dead. Like, yeah. We need to grow, guys. Yes, again, like I said earlier, we may have in the beginning been bigger, but over time we were dealt a harsh card. Now, I want to thank hold on. Phone, don't die. Thank you. Because I wanted an explanation. I needed a good explanation. Because again, with me coming in the community a year and a half later, I needed a good explanation of what hurt the game. Like what was the first strike on Pokken? What was the first blow dealt to Pokken? And I want to thank Burnside, H2, and Roxo. They said I'm allowed to use their names because, they gave me good information. They gave me the information I needed to understand. And honestly, it sounds like one thing that was consistent between them is that the blow dealt was Evo. And I wasn't at that Evo. Again, I came in a year and a half later. And it seems like that during that time, people had, for some reason, like, somewhat like an eerie feeling about Pokken. And I couldn't really understand that. Again, I wasn't there. I wasn't in that time period. I came later. But from that point on, it's been us shooting ourselves down from that point. Now, it kind of sounds like right now to me, it sounds like I'm a record player. But again, like, this is my take on it. Like, we can be doing so much more. We need to actually pick ourselves up. I want today to be the day where we change Pokken. I want it to be today. I wasn't thinking about saying that, but yeah, I want it to be today. Where everybody, like, takes this video and goes like, I was thrown off by the ice cream truck. I want today to be the day where people will talk about this video here and say like, yo, like, we can change. We know what we need. We know we're not at yet. I've talked about that after. We know what we have currently. We know what we've done to ourselves so far. And later on, I'm going to talk about what we're going to do. I'm not yes, I just said it. I'm going to tell you guys what we're going to fucking do. Exactly what we're going to do. But back to what I was talking about. So, like I said, I wanted to talk about the 1v1 versus 3v3 controversy. Guys, they are both formats of the game. They are both as good as one or the other. And most tournaments and people who usually talk around like, yo, like, should we make this 1v1? Should we make this 3v3? Like, oh, well, currently the Pokken Championships, they're making 3v3 format, so we should definitely do this to practice for that. Oh, 1v1, we don't have many characters. Why should we actually comply with people? Guys, usually at an event, there is 3 days. Do both. And again, if you don't tell these TOs that you want to do both, then we're just not going to fucking get it. Then one format is just going to be another side event. What's kind of crazy is that the only event I truly remember, and I'm actually trying to remember, the only event I truly remember where it had like an actual super big 3v3 event along with a big 1v1 event was Frosty Faustings 10, where I played 3v3s, and there was a whole bunch of other people played 3v3s, and that was way before the Pokemon Company made 3v3 format the format that's going to be played for the championship. Guys, just do both. There's 3 days for a reason. Why just have Saturday and be like, it could just be a side event. Make them both. Make it both like the event. I don't even remember. Do we even have it at the same day? I'm pretty sure we had one on. No, we had it during the same day. They were both on Saturday. They were both at Frosty Faustings. They were both on Saturday. And honestly, it was hella fun. Like, it was. There's no non-intensity that comes with 3v3 separated from 1v1. They both have the understanding needed for that format. And honestly, I know a lot of us have disagreed with the 3v3 format simply because we don't like having to know another character. And then some people have only made the same character for your entire lifespan. But again, it's for you to enjoy. Give people the choice. Give the people to give the choice of 1v1, 3v3, or both. Why separate it? If you give them both, we both go back to us enjoying what we started with and enjoying something new. But some of us can't seem to understand that. Now, I understand that TOing is very, very different. Time scheduling is different. Comparing with other games is different. But again, we need to ask for it. If we don't ask for it, then we're basically just going right back to, hey, like, we're just going to choose one. Hold on, guys. Phone. Alright, so for this very moment, I'm going to go back to Twitch chat again. Because, again, that was a very short category. The rest of these categories are short. And, honestly, I'm okay with answering questions again. Alright, so again, if you guys have any other questions, go ahead, let me know. Go ahead, at me first, and then ask the question, so that way I can like look at it. What do you think about the need for a tier list and debate about it? If some of you guys haven't noticed or don't know, I personally, although I've kind of been off of it because like Kino has been doing most of the work, I want all of you guys to thank Kino because he's definitely been on top of getting the matchup charts. Well, chat's going fast, but look, I honestly do feel like we do need a matchup chart. Simply because people who actually do want to come in here competitively, because which there are people who do, they usually go in blind. And they go in blind, and then they go find the next, like, probably, like, next person who's like, yo, who actually plays the game, and then they get a whole different opinion about what the characters are like. Like, that's unfair to them. That's why currently, if you guys do not know, we are currently making a matchup chart first in the hopes of making a tier list chart in the future to be more accurate. Because again, to be more accurate for a tier list, we're going to need an accurate matchup chart. Now, for 3v3s, that's going to be a little bit harder. Although it kind of looks like there's already a top tier like team. But we still need to work on 3v3s. 3v3s is a format that we still haven't fully mastered or understand. But for 1v1, we've been playing 1v1 for 3 years, guys. And we still haven't made an official matchup chart. Oh, excuse me, that was a belch. An official matchup chart or a tier list. And then now we're just going to... And then the people who actually come in competitively are like, oh, yeah, this character is the best. This character is the weakest. This character has flaws. This character doesn't have flaws. We need to tell the truth. Again, guys, if you have any other questions, then go ahead and at me and ask the question. Every time we do this matchup, alright. But see, Saberwolf, here's the thing. I kind of felt like I probably, put my foot down when it came to the matchup chart. Because, believe it or not, I won't say specific names, but when I talked to the whole entire people group, where it came down to, for us to make a matchup chart, there was multiple people, especially top players, who was like, yo, like, if we make a matchup chart, it'll be trash. And then I pretty much kind of threatened with the fact that if you don't want to help make the matchup chart, then step aside and we'll do it without you. And you know what? That's kind of the mindset that we're going to have to do from now on. Because at this very moment, like, if you're not going to help, move aside. Just that then. We'll do it without you. Whether you have actual information that could be important, if you're not willing to help, move to the side. We will move forward without your need, without your help. There was something that Icy Soapy was saying. Interested in why supports aren't involved because they swing hella matchups. Now, I'm gonna say this right now. Icy Soapy, I simply appreciate everything you fucking do. These stats, keeping track of these stats are not fucking easy. And I know that. Like, if anyone should, like, there's multiple people that should be thanked. But people who do, like, things that are way beyond necessary should definitely be thanked. And that, Icy Soapy is one of those people. Some of you guys can't appreciate some of these stats, but me, I love these stats. It makes me think of what supports that I would want. Characters that aren't being used too much in tournament. Other things like that, I appreciate. And many of us definitely do not give the thanks. Like I promise you guys, we may be so kind, but there's so many of us who are so fucking ungrateful. And I'm going to talk about that later, too. Jin, what about the welcoming new players thing? About how overwhelming them if you think we do or do not overwhelm them. Alright, here's the thing. Here's how you know if you're being overwhelming or non-overwhelming. If they ask you a question, answer the question, not another question that has nothing to deal with about. If they ask you, who do you think the best character is? Don't tell them don't use Blastoise. Like, just that. Unnecessary information. I think for the rest of this, I'll just look at Twitch chat. Because there's really like... The rest of it is just pretty much like just going to be harsh things. Alright, so. Next thing. Our top players. And yes, this is going to be involving Roxo, Slip, Bulmar, people like that, people like me. I'll tell all of the top players right now, everyone who actually holds a strong card in the community right now, and actually like, you know, getting placements at tournaments, I'll tell you guys right now, we complain for no fucking reason. Notable players, yes, that's the best thing to say. Notable players. And right now, the notable players right now, we haven't grown. We haven't, quote unquote, evolved. We currently aren't even like that advanced. And honestly, what notable players usually complain about, I'm not gonna say they consistently complain about, but is like, yo, like, why did I lose to this player through like RPS, so to speak? And I've realized a lot of it is that because we haven't, the notable players haven't increased the gap. They're losing their way. Most of the notable players are losing their way. And that's the God having truth. They're losing their way. They're losing interest. They're losing interest because they're either losing to people who are within the high tier, mid tier area, or they're like, yo, like, this game is so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. We have not grown enough. We have not grown enough. And I'm speaking we as in notable players. We have not increased the gap yet. Currently, the gap is so close. And that's why we can still lose to high tier players. We can lose to mid tier players. That's why the upsets are possible. We haven't increased the gap. Right now, if I were to say for like actual other games, high tier players would be like here, and notable players / top tier players would be like right here. But for actual Pokken, they're this close. And that's simply because the current notable players are losing their way. They're losing interest. And if anything, I'm a perfect example. Not the perfect example of I'm losing my way. No, I'm far from losing my way. I'm still planning on running a train all the way until I reach that top spot. But me as an example, look at how long it took me to close the gap. I may not all the way be there, but look how far I've gotten to close the gap. Right now, during like the point in time of like from right now, I've technically had half the experience of people. No, yes. I've technically had half the experience of the people who started from day one, but I've reached notable player status. People who like currently in the time that it's 3 years of Pokken's time span, I've reached it in half that time for it to be in notable player status. And we're losing, the notable players, including me, are losing the people who are in that high tier area because we have not increased the gap. Now, what would need to be done to increase the gap? We fucking get into a lab. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen, but it's been coming mostly from Double and Callan. I said it earlier, but there was basically, I'm going to call it a touch of death. There was basically a touch of death that both Double and Callan recorded and put it on Twitter. I was appalled and thinking that, like, what if that happened? What if that happened in an actual match? This game, again, like Alistair said, has growth. There's the ability to grow. There's so many new things. There's things that we haven't even discovered yet. Especially when I went to CEO and we were doing the side event for Pokken. While I was waiting for everyone to come by to play in the tournament, I'm just playing around with Darkrai. In the time span that it took for me to get ready, I found 2 new setups with Darkrai that none of the Darkrai's use. I found a new setup entirely. And you know what? I would have never found that unless I actually did something, unless I actually wanted to improve. And right now, I'm pretty much considering that, like, I'll say it, Slip right now, I would even say he would probably want to improve right now. Now, again, I like Slip. Slip is dope. He's a cool guy. But I honestly feel like Slip is one of the people who's losing his way. He hasn't found any interest. He probably hasn't found any interest to learn something new, to try something new, to try to actually do something different. And honestly, that hurts the notable players. Notable players can't get higher, can't make it above unless they actually want it. And that's just really true. Like, that's just the truth. Now, what's happening now is that the people who are below notable player status, they actually want the shit. They're like me. They're actually trying to strive to get better. They're actually trying to strive to actually reach the top, to actually beat a notable player. They're the ones who are creating the new ways of getting higher. And you know what? They're eventually gonna pass the notable players because notable players aren't finding interest. Now, if anyone ever told you that the game is a baby game or it has no depth, then they're just fucking lying to themselves and they never played the game. If I, a Lucario main, can find new setups, and Jiggler can vouch for me. If I, as a Lucario main, can find new setups with the easiest character to use in the game, then every other character has depth. Every other character has depth. If you can find new setups with the easiest character in the game, there is no reason that a character has a limitation. None of these characters have a limitation. And honestly, it depends on whoever is going to find that next big thing is going to move on. Alright, so going into the final stretch, again, I'll wait. Now that I've said that piece, again, like I said, if you have a question right now for me, go ahead at me first and then ask the question. So that way I can keep track of where it is. I've cooled down a bit because I got in like the stronger category out of the way. But I'm still upset. How would you consider online Pokken tournaments? Online Pokken tournaments are kind of like stagnant right now because, again, thanks to Jintrax, he's been keeping track of the online, been altering between 1v1 and 3v3 every week. I will explain how we should move on as like a community. Did I miss the rant? Most of it. But I will explain more about the online Pokken community. Alright, doesn't seem like anyone has any other questions. So, I'll move on to the worst area. The worst area of this rant. And that's simply toxicity. And believe it or not, this past month, and I'm not going to mention their names because I don't want anyone being called out, shit talked, anyone like that. I'm not even going to say anyone's names until the very end where I do have some names. This whole entire month, I've had people come to me personally because they need to talk to me. And I bless these people who built up the courage enough to actually talk to me. And they've been and it's so shocking hearing this from these people, because I would have thought that Pokken has some of the lowest toxicity in here, but in reality we have people who we just hide it, and we have people who don't want to talk about it because they other than like talking about it, they just leave. That's what's going on. inside this community, there is people who are toxic. There are people who are toxic. And what's crazy is like I'll talk about like the most recent one. Again, I'm not gonna say that person's name. We've repressed toxicity. Yes. We've been hiding it. We haven't talked about it at all. But it happened. It's happening. A person messaged me around like, I'm gonna call that person A. Person A messaged me around like midnight. Said, yo, like, I would really like to talk to you about some important stuff. I am not one to strive away from someone who wants to talk to me. And to all you guys who would love to talk to me and you really want to talk to me on a deep level and you need to get stuff off your chest, my DMs, Twitch, Twitter, actually not Twitch, sorry, not Twitch. Twitter, Discord, my DMs are open. You guys can talk to me if you need to talk to me on that type of level. But that person messaged me at midnight. He's like, yo, like, I can't talk right now, but can I talk to you in like a couple of hours? Luckily, I was binging anime during that time, so I actually stayed up. This person told me about how that person have been calling them dumb, have been not, like, talk about how they play, talk about how, like, they don't matter to the community, that, like, if you left, it wouldn't matter. And then hearing all this stuff, I'm just like, I can't believe somebody is feeling this way. I can't believe somebody's actually having this feeling towards them. Someone's actually talking to them like this in this community. I couldn't believe it. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, but why have I never noticed any toxicity? Because I've never actually cared. Because I never actually thought that there was toxicity. I was brainwashed to think that there wasn't any. And you know what? There is. Even before that time, so many people have come to me. So many people have come to me and told me that some of the people in the Pokken community has actually told them that it wouldn't matter if they left or not, that they're trash, they're dumb, they can't even play the game right. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, who has the fucking gall to actually do that to someone? Who would actually do that to anyone? Who would dare downplay anyone in any single game? Like, guys, like, I don't want to show you any Discord messages because, again, these people have stuck out their necks just to talk to me. And I'm glad that they could even talk to me on a deep level like that. But guys, if you see some level of toxicity, please don't let it through. Don't let these people feel like they're being downplayed. That's how people don't want to be around other people anymore. That's how we lose a community. That's how we get people who actually just get on the opposite side of what we believe the community is. And with that entire note, I didn't even want to do this, but actually, no. Before I say that, I just want to talk about what was like the most irritating fucking shit I've ever seen. And this is regarding Katie Sai and the Pokken app. And let me tell you guys, when I tell you that we are fucking ungrateful, some of us are really fucking ungrateful. Sai has been working on that app by himself. I will say it again. Sai worked on that app by himself. And people have the fucking nerve to say, why am I not on that notable player list? Are you fucking serious? Are you damn serious? How about you actually help this man create this app? This man worked on that app by himself, and there's people out there who really complained about this man creating that app. People who really told this man that app doesn't even mean shit. Are you joking? I'm one of the people who had an iPhone, and I couldn't wait till that app got to us. There was really people out there who really did not give worth shit. No, hardly any thank yous. Hardly any thank yous to Sai for making that app. And I'm sorry to tell you guys, and there's one person in particular who sits on top of some of this toxicity. And he's been such a good friend to me, but I'm sad to even say his name. But Kamon, you've definitely been on the top of this toxicity. And I'm sorry to tell you, you've been such a great friend to me, but you have not treated other people the same. You have not. And when it comes to people wanting to understand what you've actually been talking about, you just go ahead and swipe left, and then it's you don't really need to actually make an explanation for yourself. For example, when Burnside actually was yo, he gave you a small comment, a small little comment, and you said, yo, I don't give a fuck about what you say. Where did that even come from? What did Burnside do to you? And then you replied with everyone who's giving you backlash, yo, why would you even say this? Why would you even say this to Burnside? And then Burnside apologized to you. He apologized to you, even though you went so hard of a backlash, and you replied with, I don't give a fuck about your I have no clue. I have no clue what was going on there. And you gave no one an explanation for it. And you literally replied, I don't forget what people done to me. Excuse me? So, what? Honestly, I can't speak for Burnside. I don't know what Burnside has ever done to you. But can you at least explain? Can you give us a better picture? Can you actually tell us about it? Because most of us to Burnside, Burnside is a fucking saint. But you know what? If you think that there's something that Burnside isn't telling us, tell the rest of the community. If you feel like you yourself, Kamon, are being downplayed, then tell us why. Don't just push it off. Tell us why. Now, I'm not going to go get too deep into the Twixie Kamon incident, because that's a whole nother incident, and I say whoever was in that house holds it to whoever was in that house. But aside from us, when Twixie left, we are the reason why Twixie left. So many of us have been so toxic to Twixie, some of us have been so arrogant to Twixie, that he left. That's the reason why he left. If so many of you guys were wondering why Twixie left, it's because of us. Twixie did what he wanted to do, and he left. He did what he needed to do. He got the top placement. He doesn't want to stay with people who make him feel like he's shit. He doesn't want to stay with people that completely insult him day by day. insulting his character, insulting what we think he might be doing. That's exactly why he left. And honestly, I just want an answer. I'm not telling you that anyone's have been toxic, completely toxic to anyone, but I'm telling you that we have never gotten an answer. And honestly, to that, I hold you to that. If you can just simply tell, you don't even have to tell everyone. If you just could just tell me what the hell is going on, what's going on behind the scenes, what's going on in the back of your head, people would actually understand. That's what we all have problems. None of us talk about it. None of us talk about it. But it's true. Just because we don't talk about it doesn't mean it's not there. And came on, you're not wrong. You're actually not wrong. You're not wrong. But you know what? Right now, with your status, you're in the spotlight. With your current status, you're in the spotlight. Oh, better believe Wingtide's not off of this either. Wingtide is also one of the main pinnacles, even though I like the guy. Because again, you will never understand Wingtide unless you meet him in person. But if you never meet him in person, you will never actually understand. But Wingtide is just as bad. He's the one who's also saying the game's dead. He took his money and left. That's the truth. Wingtide took his money and left. Do we have anything that we can do about it? No. Because he's gone. He's done. He's left. Twixie's gone. He's left. We have nothing to do with that situation. But Kmon, you're still here. We all still can consider you a part of the community. But you know what? You still have questionable actions. Anyway, again, I don't want anyone to backlash on Kmon, but I want everyone to understand that Kmon, to me, isn't a bad guy. Yes, he has questionable actions, but he isn't a bad guy. Okay? No one backlash Kmon. Everyone deserves to speak, and so does Kmon. No one has been rainbows since Pokken got together. I ain't naming no names, but the Pokken community needs to have more backbone about some of the crap that happens in Pokken. Many people are too easily pushed aside when something's wrong. And that's exactly it. We need to be aware. And most of us have not been aware. And sadly, like me, I was one of those people. I was led to believe. I let all those talks come together of that we are such a beautiful, nice community who accepts everyone. But in reality, we've been backlashing our own community. But anyway, getting off of that, this is going to be my closing note. Because again, the final topic is how we're going to move on from here. And honestly, and I'm thanking the fact that 41 of you guys are here to understand this. But this is how we're going to move on. Right now, at this very moment, we live online. I'm not speaking on anything. Okay, but Kmon, Realize that we are giving you the opportunity. We are all ears, but you're still choosing to let it go. So then you're just being ear to be like, yo, like, I don't have to say anything. That's you holding back what you want to say right now. If you want Burnside on in with this, then we can go ahead and talk about it. But don't just pull it to yourself. And right now, you know what? If people didn't want to listen then yes, I will blame them. I will blame every single person in this Twitch chat if they chose not to listen to you right now. I mean, no, I will blame them right now. But you know what? You have the opportunity to go all ears in people right now. You have the choice to talk to me. You have the choice to talk to other people right now. But yet, you're not saying anything. If we're handing you a plate, we expect you to put something on it. We're not expecting you to take the plate and throw it away. But anyway, I'm going to get off of it. That's been put out. It's the truth. But what we're doing for the future, what we need to do for the future, guys. Right now, we are currently online. Our game is solely proportioned online. If you guys want to know what I've been doing for the past month, literally for the past month, and I'm kind of mad I haven't gotten a reply yet. For the past month, I've been getting in contact with the creator and designer of Smash Ladder. If you've never heard of Smash Ladder, it's a complete online system put on Smash for every single Smash game. I've been attempting to get in contact with him, and for us to actually have a version of that for Pokken. Because honestly, that's where we should start. We should start with our online scene. Our online scene is obviously, like I shown proof, that we are here. We are here to fucking stay. When it comes to tournaments, anyone who's organizing that tournament in that area, or who's trying to make sure we have Pokken there, ask for both 1v1 and 3v3s. Does not matter. We should ask for both. That's most important. We apply to everyone. Not just one format, not just the other format. We apply to everyone. And then everyone who wants to enter can enter at their desire. If they want to enter one, they can enter both. Let them have that choice. But again, what I've been doing, and if anyone would like to help me getting in contact with the creator of Smash Ladder, because again, that's what I've been doing for the past month, getting in contact with him. I've been just getting a whole bunch of I'm busy messages and currently waiting in line. The reason for that is because right now, people who are in the Discord, there's some people out there who don't even know we have a Discord. There's people who've never heard of Pokken Arena. And we've had that website for how long? But we deserve to, for our future, we deserve to do this. Upload this VOD to YouTube? I will. For our future, we deserve to actually put in the time to actually put out what we need to actually build our future. And right now, to start off our future, I definitely think for sure we should actually get that website up and running. We should make our own. If we can't get it, if we can't get the creator of Smash Ladder to help us, then we should make our own. I've been doing that for an entire month. I've still been getting busy messages. But for right now, finding that online website, getting that online website working to make sure we have, how can we even advise a forum or Reddit if no one in the community uses it? Pretty much. But again, putting us on the map is the most important thing. No, putting us on the map again, because we deserve to be on the map again. If no one thinks it's possible, like, I dream of the day that we get back to having a top spot at CEO, a top spot at Evo. Right now, what was the game? In Birth, which I do kind of want to play. That game has been like not seen in a while, but they still have a community that stayed strong. We can be just like them. Under Night In Birth, sorry, yeah. We can be just like them. We can actually put in the time and effort to put us back and be like, yo, like, and it's crazy how when they got announced for Evo, everyone just started playing the game again. Like, yo, like, this is actually a sick fucking game. Well, you know what, guys? We can do the same. But we can't do it if none of us actually are taking the lead to do it. So again, guys, website first, content comes later. So many of us have worried about content. And it's like, you know what? Let's work on actually building the scene first. We're not going to do that by trying to get the locals back. We're not going to do that by trying to make sure we always are at every single tournament. We're going to do that by starting from us. Starting from with inside us. Let's build what we have and move on from there. If you guys want to rewatch this back, it'll be on my past broadcasts. If you guys want to see it on YouTube, when I'm done taking a nap, I'll definitely upload it to YouTube. I've recently come back to this community with a goal to get better, but I've always get discouraged when I see that Pokken is a dead as it is. Again, man, don't believe that Pokken's dead. We've definitely... Yo, Roar, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to the Power Team. We are going to grow. We have a future. We have a future because we've been through worse. We don't need YouTube comments and Twitch views to tell us if our game is dead or not. We can answer that ourselves. Like Alistair said, we need leaders. And you know what? It's all in our power that if we love this game, then how about the rest of us actually step up to the plate? If anything from today that's come from me, I wish that it didn't come from me. I wish it came from somebody who's been in the game longer. But if it had to be me, then I'm glad I did it. Alright, guys. Everyone on Twitter, I want you guys to yell it out. Hashtag long live Pokken. Bye.